Personally, I prefer the air. Jumps in Landmaster. What's going on, guys? This is Sharpshooter85 back with a second part. I've got my thoughts gathered a bit. I appreciate all the support for the first part of this video. I want to kind of continue with the characters that we were talking about last time. I had a few omissions, and I know you'll probably like to hear about my thoughts on the other few characters there. I might miss a few more, but I've kind of got a little list of things I want to go over. So as far as some of the returning characters that I missed, in regards to Yoshi and Wario, both of those characters are actually really good this time around. Yoshi in general got a really nice buff. He went from being like really hard to use in Brawl and wasn't really strong to actually a dynamite in this game. He is so good. Just crazy good. Even his little egg throw is not completely useless this time around. So I'm really enjoying Yoshi, especially the black Yoshi, which is really cool. Only thing that's missing is the white colored Yoshi, which somebody's about to call me racist in the comment section, but no, I like the I like the black and the white Yoshis from like that garbage Yoshi Story game, but the colors were cool. But yeah, Yoshi's awesome in this game. He's actually one of my favorites. Wario, I didn't really care for Wario in Brawl, but as of right now, Wario is really cool. The only thing I do not like about Wario is the crazy oversight where they removed his Wario Land shoulder charge, which, you know, that's a slight thing. I mean, I don't see too many people going nuts over it, but come on, man. That was nice fan service. It's a small touch, but you would think with all the attention to detail in this game that they wouldn't remove something that was so prominent in the Wario Land titles. But, you know, just a small thing. He's still a lot better than he was in Brawl, and I actually like the character a little more in this one because he seems a little more grotesque, a little more humorous. He is a mushroom cloud fart or flatulence or whatever you want to call it. Actually, not a bad KOing move as well. And it's always funny to see him kind of eat a motorcycle or eat an item if you're playing with items. I know some of you Smash Bros snobs out there. I'm just kidding. I don't really like playing with too many items on, but yeah, he's a funny character this time around. Another newcomer, Palutena. Palutena is all right. She's her basic moveset, which is, in all honesty, the only one I've seen because I don't really play the custom moves or anything like that. I'm more concerned with like the online play because that's what I'll be doing for the most part after this game kind of fades from being a new game. But Palutena's custom moves are cool, or not custom moves, but her basic moves are cool. But my biggest thing with Palutena is, why did they give her a counter? Now the reason I say that is I've never played Uprising, Kid Icarus Uprising. I haven't played that game, so I'm sure that was a move in the game. But I feel like we have a whole lot of counters now, which is kind of weird because, you know, what do we have? 3 newcomers with counters on top of everyone. No, 4 newcomers with counters on top of everybody else that has a counter. I mean, Shulk has a counter, Palutena, Greninja, Little Mac. That's a lot of counters. I mean, you know, and that can get kind of annoying when every character has a counter move. Because it kind of takes away from the whole Smash thing. Now, that could just mean they're trying to switch it up where they don't want you to like jam the Smash all the time, and they want you to kind of think about how you're playing. But, I mean, counters are fine with me. I don't have a real problem with them or anything. If you successfully land a counter, then it's all you, man. I mean, you did it. So, excellent. I like to grab and stuff anyway, so your counter's not bothering me. But it just seems weird they would give it to so many characters this game. Just my 2 cents on that one. Otherwise, Palutena seems pretty okay. I've seen a lot of people like really master her online, so I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the character. She seems like she's got some style, which is cool. Sorry if I sound out of breath. It's because I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone and work out. I'm lifting some weights while I'm trying to do this and get my fat ass into shape. So my apologies. The wife is like, get off your ass playing Smash Brothers and go work out. Yes, ma'am. So now I'm in here talking about Smash Brothers. So returning characters, Game & Watch. Game & Watch is actually really good. Now, my problem with Game & Watch is that special side B, the number smash or whatever, it seems like it's far less. Seems like you get the 8s and 9s a little less than you did before. I could be wrong. But I've only seen a 9 a few times, and it's like you have to be so close to like land a hit with that one that it almost makes it not worthwhile to use that move. That being said, like his up B's cool. It does a damage, which is nice. It does a little bit of knockback as well. It looks like the kind of Link-esque like drop down where he kind of does that stab downward is cool. You get a nice hit in there as well. All his smash attacks seem pretty nice. So, I mean, overall, just a really fun character to use. And you also get to edge guard a little bit with those sausages or whatever he throws out. Like, so I've actually successfully kept someone from grabbing the ledge by tossing bacon and sausage at them. So only in Smash Brothers can you say that, ladies and gentlemen. Only in Smash Brothers. Fox. Now the great Fox. The Fox McCloud. He is, I know a lot of people said he got nerfed, but I actually still think he's a pretty solid character. I mean, the nerf didn't really take him down to where he can't be used effectively. If anything, I think they did a nice job on it because they balanced him out. So, I mean, he's not that overpowered melee spam. Now, don't get me wrong. You can still jam that blaster all day long and it'll do damage, but it won't stop anyone, I don't think. In my memory serving me correct. I don't think it stops you or anything like that, but you can jam it all day long. It does like 1% damage or something stupid like that. So, I mean, yeah, it's just a nice little way to tack on some damage, but nothing overpowered. And I mean, overall, he's nerfed, but it was for the best because no more just Fox only Final Destination or anything like that. Greninja is a brand new character. Greninja is really kind of difficult to use. Now, when I say difficult to use, it's not so much. I think it's just me really because I've faced so many people online who are just really solid with Greninja. I mean, you Greninja players out there are amazing. I had a guy, I like Mario a lot too, so I play as Mario. I was trying to recover. I had a guy hit that Greninja up recovery move, used the water, and actually pushed me out of my recovery move, which sent me falling downward. That's amazing. Like, that people are getting so good that they can do that. Like, because his up, like, recovery where he shoots out the water kind of has a similar effect to Mario's Flood or Pac-Man's Hydrant move where it pushes. So, yeah, but you Greninja players are great out there, man. I'll give you guys props. Me, I'm just not too great with him. Now, that being said, I'd love to master the character because he's a lot of fun to use. And, like, I mean, he's a water ninja frog. That's awesome. Like, I'm not a huge Greninja fan. In fact, I was one of those guys who was like, oh, that frog hand looks like Mewtwo in the demo. Or not demo, but that little, like, Direct, the Nintendo Direct. You directly pooped on my dreams, Nintendo, by not showing Mewtwo that time, but it's all right. You redeemed yourself. So Greninja, he's an awesome character. He's a little difficult to use, hard to me, but I'm actually thinking the long term of things. People are going to get really good with him because he is super quick. He's got a few really unique moves. I mean, aside from that counter, which was above mentioned, the counter's like kind of a, I guess just a filler move there, but or substitute or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, overall, I actually really enjoy the character. I like him in the game a lot more than I thought I would. I was one of those was like, okay, they've introduced a water starter as well, so I didn't think we would get a grass starter or anything, because usually the grass starters are like four-legged or quadrupeds or whatever the heck you guys call them. I don't know, you smart people. But moving on, so Rob is back, the accessory Rob. Here's where I'm going to get bashed a lot, because Rob is fine, but I am not a fan. I was not a fan in Brawl when he was there. Maybe that's because the Subspace Emissary made him a generic character, and I think that directly affected my opinion on the character. Now, it's cool. I mean, nobody in the world would have guessed Rob would have been in Brawl. I mean, it just was not something that goes up there with like Wii Fit Trainer, where no one could possibly have guessed who was going to be in the game. I mean, but Rob, I'm not a big fan. I think he's one of the more boring characters, or he was in Brawl. In this one, he's a little more interesting. They changed his final smash. From what I remember, I just really didn't play as him so much. But I've got a friend who like plays as him all the time, so just annoying to see him. He's got the little Virtual Boy alternate color, which is kind of cool. He's got the little gyro whatever moves as well. I'm just not a fan, guys. No, feel free to blast me in the comments on that one, but I think Rob could have been taken out, honestly, for like some of the characters we've been talking about before. Like Lucas, Wolf, a lot of those characters from Brawl that got cut that probably should have made it instead of Rob. Now, that being said, I can appreciate that there's a lot of people that do like him, and I also appreciate that he's kind of unique. He's one of those WTF characters that you just didn't see coming. And it's kind of fun to see like a Nintendo accessory like kind of being made into a character. I mean, that's really, really kind of a fun idea, but I think he's just kind of a boring character for me. I mean, they did well with him. They did probably the best you can do with an accessory, but and he's got a lot of personality. I mean, but I don't really see anyone play as him online. I think that there's probably a few people that'll agree with me, but like I said, I'm not going to stir up anybody. Don't get your gyro spheres or disc in a knot or anything like that, because I mean, I appreciate the character, I just don't care for him myself. Ness from Earthbound. Now, this is great because I actually just recently started picking up Earthbound. I did not play the game on its initial run way back in the SNES days, so I've actually played it on the Virtual Console. I'm about halfway through it, so no spoilers, please. I'm about halfway through the game itself. And it actually, Smash Brothers probably made me want to pick up Earthbound, which I think is one of the great things about the Smash Brothers series, is it introduces you to all these new characters. But yeah, Ness is awesome. Like, he's actually really decent in this game. Now that being said, Ness, his recovery is really hit or miss. It is very hard to recover with Ness on a lot of the stages if you're not playing like the Omega form. Now, if you're playing Omega, disregard that comment, because, I mean, you can easily kind of wheel around and hit yourself with that PK Thunder or whatever it is. Now, that's the only thing. I'm not too great at, like, doing that recover. I more so use PK Thunder when I'm on the ground or something and I'm trying to, like, slam into somebody by shocking myself. But Ness is actually pretty solid. I've been juggled by many a great Ness player online. So he kind of goes with Greninja, where you guys are really taking this character and just learning the ins and outs of him. And he's got definitely a buff from last go around. I mean, kind of makes me wish Lucas was in the game, even though I haven't played Mother 3. But yeah, Ness is a solid character. And I actually really appreciate him more now that I've played Earthbound, because I can appreciate the little like bells and whistles and little Easter eggs in the Onet stage. Now that I've actually played through it, Captain Falcon is back. He is Falcon Punch! Yeah. He is back. He's great. He's You guys are killing me with that knee where he spikes you downward. He's really quick. I think he's the second quickest character right behind Sonic. But yeah, he's back to his awesome glory. I actually had a friend that said, I don't like Captain Falcon. He looks like a flamer. Or something like really like machismo kind of guy comment where he's like, oh, look at him. He's wearing that crazy suit. I'm like, dude, he's Captain Falcon. You are a friend of mine no more. Captain Falcon is awesome. I mean, overall, he is Smash Brothers. If he would have gotten cut, you would have seen people riding in the streets. Cats and dogs living together in harmony. Sheer chaos. Would have just been nasty. Villager. Villager is actually a really weird character, but you know what? I like him a lot, or like her or him a lot. When they first announced Wii Fit Trainer and Villager, I had really mixed opinions on that. I wasn't too stoked for it because this is Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers, which is supposed to be like Nintendo All-Stars, and then you show us the Wii Fit Trainer and Villager. That being said, I was completely, utterly wrong, and I will gladly admit that because Wii Fit Trainer and Villager are some of the coolest characters, and they are the coolest characters because they are so unique in what they do in Smash that you realize that our opinions didn't matter in the least because Sakurai and his team knew more than we did on that one. They knew what would be fun. They knew that they would introduce some new type of play when they introduced these characters, and they totally did. Villager has a really cool tree move where you actually plant a tree on the stage. Plant a tree on the stage and knock somebody out. And that tree move is brutal. It is brutal. If you nail that thing, it's hard to set up. It's like 4 steps or something to set that up. Each step has different little perks as well. What I mean is, like, when you're watering the plant, the water has a pushback move as well. Also, when the tree sprouts up, if anybody's underneath that tree when it sprouts up, it'll actually knock them and could even send them flying, I believe. Then you have your axe when you're chopping it down. That axe does damage if anybody walks into it. When you actually chop the tree down, if the tree hits, you go flying. You go flying. It is amazing. That is an awesome setup. A villager can be kind of tricky because he's got that side B where he shoots off on the rocket. In a lot of his recoveries, as soon as you're out of the recovery, you're unable to do any attacks. So you're pretty vulnerable when you're coming back down from that balloon fight thing. But that's okay. He's really cool. Really good in like 4-player matches. So I like him a lot. Like he goes with like most of these new characters when I say that you have to play them completely different than how you would have played any other character. So yeah, you really have to relearn how to play Smash Brothers with all these new characters, which is why it's so cool. But all right, moving on. Now here goes. I'm going to get a lot of guff for this one as well. In fact, Olimar is probably the character that got the biggest nerf in the entire game from what I see. Because I remember seeing a lot of people playing Olimar competitively. I don't think that'll be the case this go around. This is one of the things that I think they really just didn't do as well, because Olimar, most of his special moves don't do any kind of damage. I think the only one that does is like the Pikmin toss or whatever. But yeah, they really nerfed this guy. I tried to use him a few times, and I couldn't get a hold of him. He just seemed like all around just a much weaker character. When you limit 3 of special moves to doing no damage, you need to make up with it with some incredible smash attacks or something. Even the Pikmin throw, or when you latch onto him and start doing damage, I don't think that that is going to accommodate for not having any specials that do anything. And I'm sorry, I haven't looked this up, but could somebody please like tell me exactly what that whistle does? I know in the Pikmin games, which I'm a fan of, I love the Pikmin games, but I know the whistle gets all the Pikmin to you, but I don't understand its use in Smash Brothers. Is it to quickly get the Pikmin back to you? I haven't Googled this, so I apologize for my ignorance, but I think it should, I know it's going to sound weird, but maybe the whistle should do like some pushback, kind of similar to like Mario's Flood almost, or actually more so akin to Pac-Man's like Hydrant, where it pushes back on both sides, but just slightly. I mean, even that would be something, you know. I don't know. Olimar just feels like probably one of the lowest characters in the game. I don't know if anybody's worse than that. I hate to say that, and I apologize, but he really just took a hit in terms of what he was in Brawl. And I know some of it was technical limitations with the 3DS, but this is the Wii U version I'm referring to. There's no reason why he should be as weak as he feels in this game. Now, this is all opinion. I could be completely wrong. I could be missing something that is essentially really important to his moveset, and if I am, please let me know. But as of right now, I'm calling it that I don't think Olimar is going to be the big combatant, or did I say that correctly? I don't know. I'm rambling in my thoughts. I don't think he's going to be as big as he was in Brawl, is what I'm saying. And by big, I don't mean like Ridley big, because Olimar is like dime-sized, but you know what I mean. I'm really going to kind of skim over Lucina, because she's essentially a Marth clone, and I don't really play too much of the Fire Emblem characters, so I can't really give an opinion on too many of them. Ike is really strong. It feels like they buffed him a little bit because he's still got his power, but it seems like they made him quicker or less lag or something. Robin is a really fun character because got a lot of projectiles, and it's nice to see a Fire Emblem character who isn't just primarily a swordsman. They really threw in a bunch of magic and stuff, and has the only move that would heal whilst doing damage to another character. So that's kind of a fun, unique thing. Lucina and Marth, essentially Lucina is a clone. From what I hear, Lucina is actually better than Marth in this game. So I don't really play with Martha anyway. That dude looks like a lady. But now Ike is a man. Ike is a man's man, and he has power. And that's what we like. Manly man with a giant sword. I'm going to stop because that sounded weird. Anyway, Duck Hunt Dog. I think this is my last character that I haven't said anything about. Duck Hunt Dog is another one of those, wow, didn't see that coming kind of guys for me. But Duck Hunt Dog, cool. A lot of projectiles. I'm honest, I'm not too good. I know that the smash attacks actually have some range. I can't really get any hits in with that wild gunman move, but it's a really cool, different character. A lot of projectiles. It plays completely different. I'd like to master it a little bit more. Those characters are really, really just charming. They're really cute, charming characters. I mean, it just goes to show like Sakurai is a genius, man. He took a character that we probably didn't expect and he made it work. I mean, I would have never thought Duck Hunt Dog would have worked in a Smash Brothers game, and here we are, and it is actually probably one of the more ingenious things about this game is that he can take characters who don't have established movesets or really have movesets and then make them work. He made Wii Fit Trainer a fighting character. He made Duck Hunt Dog, or I'm sorry, the Duck Hunt Duo or Duck Hunt Trio or whatever, made them playable characters. He gave them a fighting moveset. That's incredible. So that was just I think I got all of that out. That was just kind of an overview of any of the characters that I think I missed on the first video. I do appreciate you guys listening to me ramble again. I know some of my thoughts just kind of stir, and I might be missing some big things here, but if I am, here it comes. The obligatory, please leave comments, please like my page, please subscribe to me. But I do appreciate you guys. If you have anything that you want to hear as far as character-wise goes, let me know. I'll probably, within my other conversations, go back and talk more about the characters, kind of fluxed in with everything else. I'd like to kind of touch on some stages next conversation. I'm also kind of going to go over like single player modes, which honestly feel kind of lacking in my opinion. I'm going to go over Smash Tour, which is the much disliked online. I don't think it's huge, bad or anything, but it's not great. I'm going to go over the lack of story or adventure mode. I'm going to go over the core gameplay. Let's see what else. Online, how online works. Just all kinds of stuff I'd like to kind of talk about in the next few conversations. But if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe me, and I will catch you guys next go around. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.